Alright, so it's hecka windy, but we are at the Springtime Surprise Expo. We actually got here at probably about 9:30 to do merchandise. The line was way crazier than it's ever been before, so that was fun.
Let you know if you don't know where those signers or the waiver sign up. If you want to go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and I just got an awesome vibe. Striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind. We've taken off, we've left the ground. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night.
Go ahead. I got a black one here. Dig it.
Sleeping in the back of a van, roaming in the wilderness. We never need a plan. We'll be alright, just you and I. Singing from the top of our lungs, dancing by the lakeside. Gonna do it while we're young. In a moment it will all be gone. You gotta understand that we get one chance.
Hey, how are ya?
Have bags right there for you.
Thank you. I like
The things that we'll do. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night. And when we are old and gray, we'll look back at this summer night. The summer night, the summer night. Someday we will look back, and our hearts will be whole again. I want to remember
Hey, good. How you doing?
what happened to us. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night.
Thank you kindly. Y'all have a nice day. Alright, so over on this side, that's actually the entrance that you walk in, over on the far end, but you have 10 miler and 10K bib pickup on this side. And then that's the exit, but that's also where the, if you had like lost waivers or you didn't sign, they have all the things for you, the waivers for you to sign over there, and then guest relations. If you had any issues, that's also where you'd go if you had any like corral issues. Over there is just the 5K check-in, and at the very end here is the challenge check-in. So my sisters got your bibs.
Got our bid.
Yay!
Bib it up.
And I got my bib. Yeah, I saw that.
Nap. Is it nap? What, medium?
Medium.
If you'll tear this top piece off, then we encourage you to step aside and make sure that there are 4 mediums here. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. I think I grabbed an extra pack too.
I thought about grabbing an extra pack and yours.
Yes.
You'll get that today?
Yeah, it's over at the merchandise area.
What is up, guys? We're here to talk about the first part of the Springtime Surprise Weekend, Expo, and 5K.
That is pretty much on brand for how we would have done it. So, talking about the expo. Yeah, so we got there around 9 o'clock and we were gonna get in line for merch right away. The merch line was already pretty
long.
insane. It was outside already, so it had the 2 rooms inside already zigzagging and outside. We got in line anyways because what else are you gonna do when you're there that early, honestly? So we were able to get some merch. Pretty much at 10 o'clock, the line did start moving, but basically what they would do is they were like letting in that one side of the room and then refilling that, and then that was kind of where you waited. So it was a lot of stop and go and stop and go. They did add a beer and snack cart inside the waiting area, which was pretty cool because we were able to grab a beer while we waited. Expo opened at 10. Where we were in line, we got in closer to 10:45 to maybe 11 o'clock. There was some stuff already gone, or some sizes already gone. The metal replica for the 5K, they must have had very, very few because those were gone already. And there was like one guy next to me who was like, yeah, I found one at like the table where people left stuff. And I didn't see any others the rest of the time. And I saw a lot of people looking for it. So they must have just had very few. So we didn't get that, no big deal. What we did get was, what do we got? 5 pins here? 5 pins. One of them isn't ours, but there we go. So this is the main Springtime Surprise logo, and as you can see, it's a spinner here. I like this one. I think this one's
super cute.
really cool.
And each of the little flowers has like one of the different race themes in it, so it's very cute.
Yeah. Then we have this is the one that we bought for a friend. This is just the 10-miler logo pin. You can see it's got Goofy on there. And then the Goofy is like a pin-on-pin element. And then I'll go ahead and kind of stack these 3 together because these are the metal replicas. And they all have like a...
Oh.
Okay, well, not that one. We'll go ahead and do these 2 here. We have the 10-miler and the challenge. The Goofy goes up and down. And then the Mickey spins like all the way around this circle here. They're like super tight on the backer, so it's not moving. But they're pretty cool. And then we got the Race for the Taste one as well. There you go. And then that top Epcot Spaceship Earth part does spin there as well.
Nice. Let's see what it is. Did you look?
I did not actually.
Uh-huh.
While she's pulling that off, we also got 2 of the magnets. So this is just the Springtime Surprise Weekend magnet here. Is it the 50th embellishment?
Yeah, it's just, it has the, obviously like the Mickey ear that's on the back of all the pins, and then it just has the,
There you go.
yeah, 50th anniversary.
And then we have the challenge. Just the 19.3. It's got the little Mickey on it. One thing I did notice is like none of the stuff says technically like inaugural.
Well, because
I know the races aren't inaugural, but like
the
springtime
weekend
is.
kind of inaugural, yes. But you are right. But none of the races are inaugural, so I understand why they did that. Also, inaugural is a really hard word to spell, and I think they just decided not to try.
I did misspell it on things in the past. So after that, we did our bid pickup. Bid pickup, same as usual, easy process. No issues there. We didn't have any issues with disappearing registrations, but just like last time, they were all set up for that. Very easy.
Hold that up. This is another merch thing that we got.
Yep. And then the last merch thing we got was the Tervis bottle. All right, I'm just gonna sit back here.
It's really
But
cute.
yeah, I just like all the different colors on this. I like these bottles too. I have the Marathon one and the Wine and Dine one. They're
You
just
didn't
a
get
good.
a princess one?
No, I didn't
Okay.
get the princess one.
They are really cute. And then, so that was the main, like the Disney merch that we got. We picked up a couple things in the expo this time, though.
We did, yes. Expo was decent size, a little bit smaller than Princess, but Princess had some like more bigger, elaborate displays with
Right.
Pandora and Corksicle.
Yeah, I'd have to go look at the list of who all was actually there. I think, like you just said, I think it might be around the same number of people. They just had bigger spaces that they used.
Yeah, which I was a fan of because it did make it look more full, a little bit more of a spectacle.
Yeah.
But this was still fine. We did get some things from Fit to Run. You actually got a whole
I
nother
got a
pair
whole
of
new
shoes.
pair of shoes. I was due for new ones, and it's supposed to rain this weekend, so I figured it'd be a good time to have an extra pair just in case.
Yep, we got some Body Glide because we ran out after the last weekend. And then we also picked up our shirts. So go ahead. We have the 5K shirt here. What are you doing?
I'm trying to be funny, but it just looks weird.
Alright, so we got the 5K shirts on because the 5K already happened. We'll talk about that very soon. And then some of these shirts are actually a little bit of a different color than
They looked
what
like
showed
on
up.
Disney's video that they did, yeah.
So we have the 10K shirt, which is like a maroon color. I like this one.
Yeah, this one's really cool. They're
See,
all really cool.
The backs are all the same. You have your 4 sponsors, and then on the sleeve you have RunDisney and the 50th information on there. That's fine.
Next one is the 10 miler, which is like a brighter pink. And then you have like goofy yellow 10 miler. It's pretty cool. And then it has it has like the Twilight Zone like swirl on the back of it. Which is
Oh, I
really
didn't
cool.
notice that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And then we have the springtime surprise, the challenge shirt. And this features that Mickey again, and then you got the 4 parks across the top. So we'll see, maybe in the future this race will run through different parks. I mean, we do hit 3 of them, but we don't do anything with Magic Kingdom this weekend, so it's weird that it's on the shirt.
Oh yeah. Well, they did yoga at Magic Kingdom.
Oh, they did do yoga in Magic Kingdom. They got me on a technicality there.
But they don't have a shirt for yoga, so
Yeah,
you know.
but a nice color blue shirt too.
Yeah. The quality of the shirts are like the similar ones that it's been since the races started back up, which are better than they most immediately were, but not as good as Champion. Like, this is a shirt from this weekend, and you already have like a little.
Yeah, they almost
Hole in
always
the
come
back.
with like pilling. I can see it on most
My
of
wine
these
and
shirts.
dine ones have like holes in the seams, so
Yeah,
they're just not as good.
much more comfortable than they used to be, but they're just not put together very well.
But they're still cute. The
unfortunately.
designs and the colors have been really cute though, so that's good.
Yeah. Overall, Expo's good. Like I said, merch was selling out quick. Definitely the craziest, I think, Expo overall.
In a long time, yeah. For
yeah.
us, we didn't do opening at Princess, so we can't talk about that. But it definitely was worse than opening at Marathon Weekend.
Yeah, no, I thought opening at rope dropping marathon weekend was like super easy
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
Like, that all worked out perfectly.
So-
This, like, if it's gonna continue to be like this, I won't rope
not
drop.
worth it.
Yeah, I'll get what I get, the next day or later that evening.
We might
that's
start
fine.
doing, if they do pre-orders again, we might start doing that a little bit more. Maybe.
I hope they bring back pre-orders.
Yeah.
I could just order the replica metal pin set and our magnet, and then if there's something else we really want, we can just hope it's there.
Yep. We did the expo in the morning, and then after the expo, we went to Saratoga. We waited for our room to be ready, and we had lunch.
So after the expo, we headed to Saratoga. We're doing all sorts of crazy resort hopping again. So we were at Copper Creek
That morning.
Wednesday to Thursday to Friday, Saratoga. And if you haven't noticed behind us, we are in the Cars room at Art of Animation now, which is where we'll be for the rest of the weekend, which is nice.
Yeah.
So we hopped over to Saratoga. I basically went and we ate at the quick service there, which was,
Yeah, it was good.
fine. Yeah.
And we were all really tired at this point. It's me, Lake, and his 2 sisters, and we kind of just sat at this table feeling kind of tired. Everyone was, decompressing from the expo. So when our room got ready, we headed over there, unpacked a little bit, but then we laid down for a nap because later we had to be
We
awake
had to
that
run
night.
later. Then we woke up and we made a pot of coffee.
Coffee, we ordered Earl of Sandwich.
Yep, we were in Congress Park. That's where our room is located, which is the set of rooms right by Disney Springs there. So that was a pretty quick, I think it was maybe 20 minutes for me to get over there, get our food, and get back, give or take. So that was a nice, quick option for us.
Yep. I ate my sandwich right away. It was really, really good. I like Earl of Sandwich. You actually you kept yours until after the race because you weren't quite hungry. Got ready for the race. Kind of sat around for a little bit because it's so weird to not like have to get up and rush right away. It's like we had plenty of time to wait around.
Yep, so the 5K was at 10 p.m., or that was the start time for the 5K. Buses were supposed to run at 8:30. Now, this whole weekend has all sorts of like crazy weather looking like it's going to be going on. So there was supposed to be a storm kind of rolling through right about that race time, and they had sent emails saying, hey, we're monitoring this, we may have to make changes, so and so. So the first change they decided to make was they didn't release the buses till about 8:45. And at that point they released the buses and said, yeah, the race is gonna kind of continue as normal. Buses weren't even at resorts, they were held over at the Expo. Yeah. So at 8:45 there, buses were finally starting to show up places. I think we were about the third bus. They came very quickly for us. We had friends at another resort who we were almost to Animal Kingdom before the first bus even showed up for them, which was kind of worrisome because, you know, they basically delayed busing but said, hey, we're going to start the race on time. And they were really trying to like push starting the race on time, which they did.
So what it seems like it happened is they held it because they weren't sure if they were going to do the race at all. When they decided they were going to do the race, then what they had to do was get everyone done with the race before the storm started, because that's what happened. The storm slowed down, and so now they're trying to get everyone through. So they couldn't delay the start because then that defeats the purpose of doing the race at all. So it was a bit of a hectic situation, frustrating for a lot of people.
Yeah, it definitely made the whole experience seem kind of rushed.
And also Disney, like the RunDisney Twitter, where they like say to pay attention to for announcements. None of this was on RunDisney Twitter. This was all like some cast members who seemed to know what was happening, and then other runners who had talked to cast. Like it was all kind of like rumor mill based until we got there and they like made an announcement on the stage. And I was a little disappointed that RunDisney wasn't updating their Twitter that they tell you to pay close attention to, you know?
Yeah, because they never even mentioned, at least once we got there, that the course was shortened.
Yeah, they didn't. All they said was that the scavenger hunt wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a little, I won't say disorganized, but hectic, you know? And to every cast member and to the announcer's point, they're finding out this stuff a split second before we do, so they're just doing the best they can. Weather in Florida's crazy. But, you know, you just gotta roll with it sometimes.
Anyways, we get to the start of the race. Start of the race was good. I dropped back and we did the 5K together, which was a lot of fun. The first mile is just around the parking lot. Nothing super, super interesting happened there. They had some speakers, I think one screen. Yeah, it was like adventurers.
Street atmosphere folks out there. Right before you got into Animal Kingdom, which was fun.
And then we got into Animal Kingdom right about mile 1. They had Divine there, which was kind of funny because I don't think a lot of people know about that character.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know her name and stuff, but she does have a name. They had a band right at the beginning when you ran in. They had several bands, which I thought was really cool since it was like just a 5K distance. I like that.
That next like quarter mile was like my favorite part of the race, like running into Animal, and then you go up through what do they call that? They call that the Oasis, that like first entrance part.
Where the tree is, yeah.
Yeah, well even before that, before you cross the bridge, that's all the Oasis. Yeah. And then you kind of get to do that little downhill into Animal Kingdom.
It's a very nice
and then they had, similar to like your castle photo, you got your tree photo there. They had it set up. It seemed pretty much the same. We didn't wait for it. But then you cut left, you go over into Pandora. I don't know, I feel like Pandora at night was kind of just fine.
Oh no, I loved it because I've never seen Pandora at night, so I thought it was really cool. But yeah, it was cool. Enjoyed that, and then you take that bridge over to the Africa area. Bridge was a little, by the time we got there, it was
I thought the whole course was actually pretty tight.
Yeah.
Like getting into Animal, you go through like a little single gate area that was tight, and there's a character stop right there, and there was a lot going on in that little area. Right when you're going to make the left after the tree, you got the people coming from their photos and people crossing over to try to get the photos.
Yep.
That was a little bit tight too.
Yeah, it's just a tight race. And like all the Disney 5Ks, they're not timed on Disney's side. A lot of people use them to be more of a fun run, to get lots of characters, since there's not really a time limit as much. So, you know, it's about having fun.
Yeah, and it was fun. Back by Africa, there was Timon, and then there was Rafiki, and then you kind of run through that Africa area, and you go out the back a little bit, you cross the train tracks, and you're running kind of basically behind like parts of Asia and Africa there. And you go back in kind of towards Asia, kind of where the bridge is there. You cut a left and you're going towards Everest. Right there, they did have characters out. For us, it was like Adventurer Goofy, but I believe that was about to switch out for Mickey.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the costumes that they use in Tusker House.
Yeah.
For the like character breakfast that they do there.
And then they had a photo op right when you're running up towards Everest, kind of across the water there. That was set up with a photo pass person to get your photos there. And then you run all the way up around Everest there, and you go down by the old stage.
Nemo.
Yeah. And they had they had Crush and Squirt their little
the
marionettes
puppets
there.
Yeah. That was really cute. That was fun to see. And then just past there, they had another band who were like crushing it. Did you see them? They were like jumping around, and yeah, that was really fun.
Yep. And then you go in through Dino Land. There was a character in there, wasn't there? Oh, it was Daisy.
Oh, okay. I was
Daisy was in there.
expecting and hoping to see Chip and Dale in their dinosaur costumes, because it's like my favorite.
They used to always be in there, yeah.
So, but maybe they could have been switching out and stuff too. So.
Yep. Then you ran kind of back behind Dinosaur, which we've never gone through before. This was where the route had changed a little bit. As we mentioned before, they shortened the course. So you kind of went back out this service road, and you ran this service road for like maybe a quarter of the mile, and you were at the finish. You were supposed to go out kind of the normal way you go out of Dino Land, and you cut a left, and there was a little out and back behind Everest. They cut that whole section out to get people done quicker, which is fine. It wasn't going to be the most interesting part, but they also didn't necessarily need to cut it out. You kind of just run around this road, and all of a sudden you turn, and the finish is just like 100
like
feet
right
in front
there.
of you. It was right there. So it's not quite that like grand finish that you get with the Epcot, where it's like a long kind of flowing stretch.
My favorite thing that I saw was there were two ladies that we ran by who had obviously, they were wearing like heavy costumes, like, you know, like almost like onesie type things, and they had obviously like kind of taken them off to do most of the run, and then they were just
putting it back on for
behind
the
the
finish.
corner, like trying to get their costumes back on. It was really funny. That was my favorite part of the race.
Yeah, then we finished, and they did have the medals. I thought it was funny, they were still like packaged up.
Yeah.
There was just like a little clear cellophane package.
Yep.
But we did get, there we go, Everest 5K here. That's not gonna focus right. And then on the other side here, you actually get
The
Yeti, that.
Mr. Yeti.
Mr. Yeti there, yep. And then this does open up to be a compass. I think it's supposed to be a working compass. It does not work. I will tell you right now. Katie's actually broke, like, by the time we got home. The needle is just, like, wobbling, or not wobbling, but, like, it fell off the pin. So it's
Yeah,
just
the
in
needle
there.
part's just kind of like chilling at the bottom of the little case.
Yeah, and then the back also has the 50th embellishment on it,
Yeah.
pretty much all the other medals have now.
No, it's a really cool medal.
It is. It's different too.
Yeah,
It's very different.
I'm not bothered by it.
I mean,
It's
I like
just
it
fun.
more like this as the medal than
Yeah.
I do as the compass.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
agree.
cool.
Yeah.
And then I felt like after the finish, they were definitely kind of like, all right, let's get you out of here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the timing of us getting back to our hotel was like literally perfect. It like downpoured like as soon as we stepped under the cover of the
Of our
hotel
resort, yeah.
entrance. So we had the perfect timing, I think.
Yeah, I guess there was photo scenes there that were like tucked way back in the corner. Totally missed those.
Oh,
But there was like a cool one where it was like a tent, like it was like an adventurer's like setup. It was like a tent, a campfire.
That would have been cool. That's
Yeah.
okay. I mean, we had fun. It was also late, like, you know.
Yeah, we didn't get back to the room till like almost midnight.
Yeah.
It was cool though. I'd never gotten to do a night race, so it was nice to see that come back. I would definitely hope they do more in the future.
Yeah. I think that people would go gangbusters for it especially if they did like a 10K or even like another half marathon at night.
Another
eventually.
longer race, yeah.
Yeah, people would love that.
Overall though, I mean, I think our experience from it was positive. We had fun, we enjoyed
It
it.
was fun. It was a good like kickoff to the weekend. I like that we had a full day today to.
Yes, that was very
like,
nice.
we didn't really need to recover like running wise, but like sleep in a little bit. You know?
Having a day in between, so it wasn't 3 mornings of waking
Yeah,
up.
yeah. So I think we'll be in good shape for tomorrow.
Yeah, 10K tomorrow. Very excited. Kind of an interesting course because it's kind of the traditional 10K course, but backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, so looking forward to it. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell, all of that fun YouTube-y stuff, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.